few years ago, I went to the museum. The museum was free to go to, and it was the perfect time to get it off the bucket list. There was me and my sister, my mom and dad, and oh yeah, my 2 cousins. It had a lot of really cool things. It had a bunch of paintings, exhibits, and really cool naked stone statues. It might be really cool for the adults, but it just wasn't interesting as a young kid, and I really wanted to go home. I pulled a world-class performance, top-notch Oscar-worthy acting, where I showed my wide variety of facial expressions. I started off with being sad and bored, but when that didn't work, I had to switch up my game plan to be the most troublesome kid ever. I went on to have a full-on hissy fit, a fat tantrum. Finally, my dad broke and he agreed to take me home. So when we were leaving, we saw 2 paths, the straight path and then the swirly path. My dad took the straight path because it was obviously the fastest path to the exit, but that seemed a little boring. So I took the swirly path, and I'm glad I did. It was just a spiral path, but for some reason I was having the best time in my life. Whee! Woo! Wow! Dude, I was doing some crazy stuff back in the day. When I finally got out of the swirling part, I found out that I lost my dad, and I knew I messed up real bad. I started to think about my life if I didn't have my parents. Then I realized I goofed up real bad, and the outcome was probably going to be the same even if I find my parents. Luckily, I found a very nice security guard, very nice, very protective, wanted to get me back to my parents, but she asked me a whole bunch of questions. What's your name? How old are you? Are you a boy or girl? Where are your parents? Do you have a phone number? Do you have a phone? Got any cookies? Do you know anyone else here? Well, do ya? Man, I knew the security guard was just doing her job, but that was a whole lot of questions. I couldn't really answer her, because 1, I was extremely scared about the whole situation, and 2, I was pretty small brain back in the day. We were there for at least 20 minutes and we couldn't figure out how to contact my parents or anything, and I started to lose hope. Then I heard children's laughter from far, far away. It sounded like they were having a blast over there. Well, I was just stuck here with the security guard. Man, I wish that was me. Wait a minute. I know those kids. They were my cousins. I was so excited to see my cousins because they could take me back to my parents. Yeah. Here you go. And I didn't even tell the security guard and I made a run for it. And she started chasing me like I just broke out of jail for stealing her cookies. I reached my cousins and they were really surprised on why I was still here. They're wondering, why was I still in the museum? And shouldn't I be with my dad? And why was I getting chased by a security guard? I told you he was gonna be a delinquent. Which were all very good questions, except I didn't have an answer for them. I mean, how else are you gonna explain the fact that you lost your dad the moment he took his eyes off you? But yeah, I thought it was a little interesting story from little Jackie, and I thought it'd be a little cool story to share with you guys. That's about it. Catch you in the next one.